Chrome?
Yes, we see it.
Awesome, cool. So go ahead and get started today. This is June 29th, 2022, GIVeconomy research call. Today's emoji is a firework because we're coming up on the 4th of July for those of us in the States. So today, Chad, find my distractions. At 12:30 EDT, I will have to drop. Had someone sneak a last minute meeting on my calendar, so I'm gonna have to drop for that. But Yas is going to take over, so thank you for that, Yas. So that's my distraction today. My intention is to pretty much get caught up on anything I missed while I was away. All right, cool. I will pass it to Mitch.
Yeah, my intentions are to update on the token swap, update on the nice token, and listen in for anything else. And I'll pass it to Lauren.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Damn. Hello? Yay! Sorry, I'm
We
having
can hear you.
really bad internet day. My intentions are to, sync up with everything that's on the agenda, and maybe something not on the agenda that I want to talk about is discuss how much give we should allocate for Give Power, because Give Power is getting to a point where we'll probably be able to launch within the next few weeks, at least with the staking and locking stuff. So it's like I want to kind of use maybe time at the end of this call, if we can, to determine like how much give we should allocate for the rewards. But maybe we can even do that after this call. I will pass it to Yas.
Thanks, Lauren. Intentions for the call, just to review the updates on the Angel Vault, Ichi loan perhaps. Maybe we can review it again. And maybe give you guys some update on the BitDAO call that we had with Griff. No distractions. I'll pass it to Jess.
Looks like everyone. Cool. Alrighty, so we can go ahead and get started. So since I'm gonna have to drop at 12:30 Eastern, we can start with the token swaps, and yeah, we'll see how far we get. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open up the Epic. Alrighty then. Balancer Give. So this is one I want to talk about. So last week I had said that I was going to hop in the Discord channel. I kind of want to get a gauge of who we would want to solicit for a partner DAO on this one. So basically any DAO that is public goods. And I know we're already doing a token swap with Gitcoin. I would consider that public good for sure. So I suppose I could reach out to them as well and see if in parallel they would like to do a balancer pool with us. Does anyone else have anyone on the top of their minds as far as a public good DAO that Giveth has been partners with or buddies with in the past?
Shapeshift.
Are they public good? I thought they were a DEX.
Willie told me they were public good.
Okay.
So I'm going on that script.
Okay. Public.
Or, I mean, One Hive. DAP node.
Okay. Yeah, that should be enough to start with. Yeah.
So this
Great
is
idea, yeah. You could also add,
go ahead, Lauren.
no, bright idea. Sorry, my internet really sucks, so I'm delayed.
Mm.
That's a good call. And so this is to make Giveth balancer pool or a balancer pool with give and val.
Both. So
Okay.
it would be doing it in parallel. So one initiative would be a public goods balancer pool with several different public good coins in the pool. Weighted like 2020, 2020, 20, or however we want to do it. And then
Are you familiar, TradFi, with the water proposal?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it would be
that's
kind
kind
of
of the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of similar. This would be on mainnet, and it wouldn't just be exclusive to Gnosis Chain DAOs. I think that would be the difference there.
Okay. Well, maybe I think Opolis has a lot of mainnet tokens.
Cool. All right, sounds good. Yeah, so I guess step one for me is going to be gauging the interest of these different DAOs before engaging with Balancer.
Yeah, Gitcoin won't do it. We had problems with doing an LP. I think that was in one of the other token swaps.
Yeah.
So I don't think they'll do it.
Yeah, that's fair. I remember that. Okay, cool. I guess if you think of anything else, shoot me a message or just put it in this ticket, and yeah, I'll start jumping in different discords and asking around just to gauge the appetite of different people. Because Balancer has already expressed that they're open to doing this, and I think if we do this in parallel with a give val pool, that's how we get a give val pool. It sounded like they didn't want to just do a give val pool, just because they just launched their vote escrowed val. So yeah, I think getting these two done in parallel is how we would get the give val pool.
Griff just walked in. Maybe ENS and Optimism would be good ones to add to that list too.
That's a good point. Cool. All right, awesome. Again, yeah, if you want to shoot me a message with any more, feel free, or if you want to add it to this ticket, be my guest. And I will add updates to their updates to the ticket as they become available. Cool. Panbala Give. Griff just walked in, so if you want to give us. Oh, wait, is he with you, Lauren, or?
He's just next to me.
Yeah, we have really bad internet, so it's probably best that I just talk through Lauren's.
He's asking about the Panvala token swap.
I have not pinged Neuron since then. Let me see if he's back. And Panvala would be also another token to add to that
Balancer
pool for sure.
Okay. I'll leave the Panbala one blank for now, and we can just update as you get in contact with your guy. All right. So DAO House Give again. I don't think there's a whole lot of desire here from DAO House to partner with us. The last I checked, it was a two yes, 3 no's. It looks like it's still there. Yeah. So it looks like if we want to do a partnership with them, we would have to do something other than a token swap, unless someone has a contact at DAO House that they can persuade into doing a token swap. It looks like this one's going to be dead in the water. But barring that, I'll I guess just move that one to the icebox until we can either find another contact or figure out another way to do a partnership with them. All right. The One Hive Give. This one is still in draft, I believe. Yes, this one's still in draft as of last week. So I will get with Freiheit offline and see if or when he can post this one. And yeah, we should be able to get some eyes on this by the end of this week. But yeah, if no one wants to add any additional comments here, we'll go ahead and get it posted on the One Hive forum and the Giveth forum as well. So no updates there, but should see something by the end of the week on that one. All right, Dowland. I don't have any major updates on this, barring an update from Kotabe. I don't really have anything to speak on this. So Kotabe, if you want to give us an update or no update, then yeah, just let me know.
No updates, but I want to talk briefly about maybe, I don't know, just one idea. But I put it on the agenda at the end, so let's leave it there. Let's leave it for the end.
Okay, sounds good. Prime Give. I made the mistake of using a Coinbase wallet, which cannot sign things online. So working with Mitch right now to get the signing address updated for this, and gonna burn my Coinbase wallet because I didn't realize how little utility it had. So anyway, kind of waiting. The snapshot passed on this one. I just need to get a wallet address I can actually sign with, because it looks like I am the blocker on this one.
I changed it earlier, so you should be able to sign now. But since we changed it, they have to sign again.
Shit. Okay.
Since we changed the deal.
Got it. Okay. Is a contact at Prime aware that they'll have to re-sign?
Yeah, I let them know already.
Okay. Right on. Thank you. Cool. I'll sign that right after this meeting. Thank you for that. And so that one should be good. Oh no, I X'd out. Awesome. All right, what else do we got for token swaps? We have Gitcoin. That looks like the last one. I think if I remember correctly, Griff, you said you were going to hop in one of their meetings. Oh wait, we put it on hold for 2 weeks, so we got another week. I think this on hold.
Yeah, I think hopefully I'll find out more tomorrow. I'll have a good update next week.
Cool. Thank you. Awesome. I think that is all the updates for token swaps. So it looks like the ones that are about to get closed out. Looks like Prime is the next one that'll probably get closed out, and then still working on, looks like Balancer and Gitcoin are the two that are on the up and up, and as well as HoneySwap getting that proposal posted. So yeah, some good progress on those. And I will continue to the next epic. Let me see. I'll go ahead and just bounce around. So the austerity measures, I went ahead and added the BitDAO funding onto this one. But since we didn't, I think we talked about the UMA success token a little bit last week, but I'll go ahead and just start there. I think what we decided on this one, and yes, please correct me if I'm wrong, we were just going to add updates as conversations with the VCs kind of progress forward. So I'm guessing we don't have any updates at this time.
Yeah, that's correct. So like you wrote there as the last comment, direct updates to be made. As soon as we have someone who's interested and we can negotiate the terms or have a deal, I will leave a comment there.
Sounds good. As far as us pursuing who's interested, I know we've got a list. Is the conversation kind of active with anyone right now?
Regarding the success tokens, not specifically. I think the most recent update I can give you guys on the development for approaching investors is we are still working on the deck. We got some feedback that we need to polish it up, and then we will just send it out to those VCs or investors or philanthropists that we think that they could be warm and interested, and then bring up the topic of the success tokens.
Awesome. Thanks for the update. All right. So we pulled the nice one out of here. So I'll hit that next. But I will go ahead and give the mic back to you. Yes, if you'd like to talk about the BitDAO, funding.
Yeah, so we had the Q&A yesterday with their community on Twitter with Griff. I personally think it went really well. Griff was, as always, doing a great job presenting Giveth. And I think their members were quite impressed. They had some good questions. Griff, feel free to jump in if and share your impressions as well. And basically, I was in touch with one of their kind of ambassadors who's promoting our project. And as the next steps, basically, he's saying that we should really populate this proposal within our community, get as much as action going on there as well. I noticed a lot of Giveth members have already voted on it. And normally within a week or 2 weeks, once the proposal is there, they would put it on their snapshot vote, and then it will go for a vote. So yeah, I think next week we could probably expect them to put it on their snapshots. Maybe I will try to encourage them. I mean, I'm trying to encourage them to open some discussions about the structure of the token swap or whatever kind of fundraising structure we can arrange, because if we will get 2 or 3 million from them, that would still be quite a lot of give, which we probably don't have at the moment, and maybe we will need to split it into tranches or just hear out their ideas of if they have any other suggestions how we can structure it. So this would be kind of my my mission for this week, to just get some discussion going on there. Feel free, you guys, also, if you have some comments or ideas, just put it there in the proposal.
Yeah, one thing that I've been considering is like if we could allocate them a stream, and you know, they're looking to give us millions of dollars. You know, the smallest investment I've seen, I think, was $6 million. Was that right, Yas, or was there a smaller one? But I mean, what?
Yeah, it was correct. 6 to Pleaser DAO, I think it was.
Yeah, so basically, I feel like we could get our entire investment from them. The challenge is making sure that they don't have such a huge voting power in our DAO that basically we're just a sub DAO of BitDAO, right? So, like, for instance, if we gave them $2 million right now worth of liquid tokens, that would be our entire market cap. You know, they would have as many tokens as everybody else. They'd have 50% of the market cap. So we probably don't want to do that, but I do think giving them a stream would make a lot of sense. And it would just be like, where do we pull the stream from? And like, we would need to vote basically to pull the stream from somewhere. And yeah, I'd be very open to doing that. I feel like we could pull the stream from the Give Garden pretty readily, but we should do that. You know, like, I mean, it has 33% of our total supply, and basically we would be selling off about 5% of our total supply to BitDAO for $2 million.
Gotcha. Okay. That's interesting. So at what point, I guess, well, yeah, if we want to talk to, if we want to talk to them first about how they see it structured and maybe propose the stream, then at that point we could take it to I guess a snapshot vote, to where we would pull it from. That seems like step 2 of a several step process. So yeah, it sounds like step 1, I guess, yes, if you want to engage them about how they would like to do it, like you said you were going to do this week, and just report back. And yeah, if you want to just suggest, I guess, a stream over however long, I guess, would we do 5 years, or would we do something shorter for them?
Yeah,
5 years.
I was thinking keep it at 5 years, and in that way they have 5% of our total market cap, or 5% of the total supply, but it's over, it's streamed so everyone else grows along with it.
Yeah, makes sense. Cool. All right. Yeah. So are you clear on everything, or do you have any questions?
No, so far so good. I will run this by Brian, who's the kind of the leader on our proposal from their community. Can I just comment this on also under the proposal, or do we want to polish it a little bit more clear idea?
I think it's a fine. I feel good about it with the stream, but I'd also encourage everyone here to just research BitDAO. They kind of came out of nowhere, honestly, and I've been putting the word out. No one has any positive or negative things to say about them. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anything you can find through research before we give them, 5% of our token supply. We might want to just consider, we might want to consider how who we're partnering with. Yeah. And I think that we would offer it for 2.5 million is probably just a better thing, and that puts us at a $50 million market cap evaluation, which I think is fine.
Wait, so it would be like they would be buying Give tokens.
They would be giving us $2.5 million, and we would give them in total 50 million Give tokens, but over the course of 5 years through a normal stream. So they would get 20%. It's about 20% liquid right now, I think.
Yeah.
So they would get 20% liquid, and they could use it to vote, and they could use it to vest. They would have a commanding share of the tokens for sure for the rest of our existence.
Jeez.
Is there any sort of agreement that they won't dump on us?
We could add that. There's no agreement, but yeah, we should make one that they use it for governance and stuff. We could also ask them to lock up that initial 20% in Give power for a year.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I think also the stream would give us some protection, even if they don't want to do that.
Then again,
Griff, you broke up a little bit there. I wasn't able to hear you. Anyway, so I got to drop off. So I'm going to pass it to Yas. Yes, I appreciate your update. The only other things we need to talk about is the Angel Vault proposal.
I was just saying at the end that
Yeah, Grip, you're breaking up again. I'm sorry, we can't hear you. So yeah, let's I put the link to the Angel Vault proposal in here. So it's under incentivizing regen pool. So if we could just briefly talk about that, Lauren, I think you could probably take the reins on that. I didn't see Todd join the call. And then the other one would be the NICE token. And Mitch, I know you're on. So Mitch, if you could give us a rundown, maybe of the NICE token progress, maybe first, since it looks like Lauren and Griff might be having some connectivity issues. But yeah, does that sound good? You good to go? Yes.
Yeah, all good.
Cool. Well, thanks everyone for your time, and I'm sure I'll talk to you this week.
See you later.
All right. Bye.
Okay, so I guess we can start with the NICE tokens. So the latest update, maybe Mitch, you can just go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So we last meeting decided on using the NICE token and like threw out some ideas about like a rough markup, like how much NICE we wanted things to cost. And I made the DAO vote to create the NICE token. So the NICE token exists now. And I posted that kind of buried in like this all devs thread for the NICE token. And so that's done. That's like ready. We have a token. We have a way to distribute it. The interesting thing is I was talking to Christopher about how we're going to put it in the store. And basically, we have to set the currency conversion of NICE token as its relationship to US dollars in the store. So this is where it gets kind of weird, because in the store, we've set it so that 1 GLove is equal to 1 USD. And I think all of the items cost 20 USD. So we have to set a conversion rate, which will be essentially our markup. So that if we say an item costs 20 USD and we want the item to cost 60 NICE, then the conversion rate would be 1 USD is equal to 0.33 NICE tokens. But that conversion rate, go ahead.
Why don't we just say the item costs 60 USD?
Then it'll cost 60 GLove.
Well, I think
we're gonna retire GLove, yeah. Replace it with NICE.
Okay, that's cool. That's a decision that we are making now, I guess. So then that's fine. So if we set it to, if we're okay with dumping or just make GLove whatever, and then we just change the prices on the items themselves, then we can control it. Okay.
We could also let people pay with XI, right?
No, we want them to use NICE.
Okay, NICE only. Okay, cool.
Because otherwise they can just circumvent the whole utility of it, right? So that's it. So then if that's okay, then we're okay with retiring GLove. And then just setting 1 NICE to equal 1 USD on the store, and then we can much more easily control the prices. So given that, then Christopher says it's super easy. Go ahead, Griff. You're just Griff. You're breaking up.
Yeah.
It's bad. We can't really hear you.
here. I'm sorry. My internet.
Maybe try and dump it in the event chat. So what I was saying is that given that was the only blocker, then Christopher says it's a super easy thing to implement. Adding another token, putting it on Gnosis chain, setting the price to ourselves for each individual item. And that's easy. I mean, if you want to change it, change how the store works, that's fine. But like we talked about this last week, so I mean, if you want to change it again, go ahead. But I'm like, can we just stop and just like pick one thing and go with it? Okay.
How much time it takes to get there and how much it would be for the run.
Payments.
And everything's going to take care of it.
I can hear you, Kotabe.
Can you hear me better?
I can hear you.
Okay. No, I was just wondering what you meant with the last question, like changing how the stuff works.
We just change the prices. So we make one nice equal 1 USD on the store, and then we change the price of each individual item. Because right now I think everything is 20 USD or 20 GLEV essentially.
Okay, so do you think that's the best way to go, right?
I think so, because if we're what I'm hearing is that GLEV is going to be deprecated, so we don't have to worry too much about the GLEV conversion rate. But if we just set one nice to 1 USD on the store, then that's the easiest for us to directly control the price of things. Does that make sense?
And maybe a question, maybe it's already been discussed, but what happens to those who have GLove already? Can they convert it to NICE?
No, but it'll just be more expensive. It'll cost more GLove, but GLove is just something that's kind of handed out anyway. So it doesn't have any real value.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay if we just deprecate GLove completely. I mean, if people got it from the airdrop, they would have had it now already for over 6 months, and it was a freebie anyway. It's like, meh.
Mm-hmm. So I guess this can be considered as done.
What considered is done? The swag shop. Go ahead, Yas.
This is about the NICE token, I suppose. So the whole token now, we have it, and we just need to ask Christopher to revise the swag shop with it and change the prices of the items.
That's one part of the epic, right? So there's going to be the stuff that happens on the front end. There's the APIs to collect the data. So there's a bunch of design and back end and front end stuff that has to happen, and communication stuff that has to happen before this is done.
Mm-hmm.
But the token exists, and the swag shop is easy to implement.
Okay, shall we move on to the Angel Vault topic?
Yeah, why not? I mean, Mitch is done. I think my internet's decent enough. So we posted the snapshot and a forum post, which is like the summary of the Angel Vault. And basically, like, since we're not doing the regen pool, we'll kind of rely on GRIF or other investors to put in the DAI capital. We're getting rid of Faye entirely and just going to focus on DAI, as far as I know. And yeah, and then like the parameterization was already done, so I put those, like, the amounts that we require of Give in the forum post, and tweeted about it on Monday to get like a broader reach for Give token holders to vote. So far, there's already double quorum, and everybody's voted yes. So it looks like we're going to be moving forward with this, and I think, I think, yeah, next steps, I'm not sure. We need to move forward with it. I think the vote is really likely to pass, so we could just like go ahead with communicating with Ichi and just like making sure that we send everything we need to send and set everything up that we need to set up. But yeah, I really think also needs kind of like a champion.
Okay. I was in touch briefly with Daniel today. They are open to having the discussions again with the token swaps with Ichi. So I will continue to talk about making the development side of things move forward. They mentioned that majority of the things actually is happening on their side. They need to set up the entire pool and all of that. So I guess they can already start. It seems we're going ahead with it. Okay, and I actually had a question. If we want to go back to the Ichi loan topic, if you remember, we had this proposal some time ago, but we decided to put it on hold until we decide what we want to do with the Angel Vaults, which tokens we will use, and so on. Basically the concept of it was that we would lend 500,000 USD worth of our tokens to Ichi, and they will try to kind of give it back to us within the 6 months period with a 20% return. And if that doesn't happen, they would just give back the same amount of Give tokens. There has been quite a lot of discussions also with them regarding the security concerns. So maybe we can just have a discussion now if you guys want, and put this also on a snapshot vote, or do you think it's too early?
What's the snapshot?
Go ahead, Lauren.
Do we have? I don't think that we should do $500,000 because that's 25% of the market cap. I think we have to reduce the amount. Is there an open conversation about this with someone or somewhere?
Someone from their team?
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel was quite active, so we can continue discussing it with him as well.
Yeah, I just think the challenge is that it's such a large percentage of our market cap that we really need to be careful with how we distribute it.
Okay, so
maybe we reduce the loan amount and see if they're still interested, and get solid numbers on their side and our side. Because like if we gave someone $500,000, they'd have 20% of the voting, 25% of the voting supply. and things get a little weird there.
Yeah. Okay, so I will continue discussing it with them. Okay, and I think from what Chatsai was telling me, these were the two topics basically that was pending to discuss. I noticed there's also Hedgie there that's pending. I think Giant Kin wanted to talk about this, but I don't know if any of you guys have any comments on this one.
I have just a small, um, well, regarding Daolan, and actually now I talk also with, um, oh man, the name slipped my head, but Chris put me in contact with Rafael from Quota, and I just want to introduce the topic. Do we have time for this right now, briefly?
Yeah, sure, I guess we do.
Okay, so basically, I think it's part of Give Economy, maybe even Give Economy research. Um, I've been thinking about uh, the problem that we face, self pressure, and I briefly discussed this with Rick too, um, because I was thinking, okay, so if we have these problems and there are these self pressures because of the airdrops, because of the streams, because of um, donors, and there are several self pressures that we are facing, and of course the uh, liquidity mining. Um, what other solutions can we apply to this? And as I see it, well, mainly it's creating buy pressures that can be by investing, which we are doing a lot of. Um, Switching from liquidity mining to manage our own liquidity with the token swap, which is also on the way. And I was thinking that creating buy pressures and maybe even burning mechanisms can be also a good solution. And on that note, um, some of you saw the thread of Dowland. They actually like had a similar idea. They're working on doing on creating DAOs for regenerative agriculture in Europe, and they basically want to bring this to the mid space and yeah, produce better food through DAOs, and then maybe create revenue models and profit. And they were interested to have it maybe as a Giveth project. And the idea here could be that, so their idea is that we invest on it. At the end, the revenues that are produced for these are used to buy Give token, creating a source of demand, and maybe then burn those tokens, or yeah, we could see what would be the best solution for that. And so in general, in the thread, the comment was, yeah, maybe this feels like it's too early for making such a commitment, especially um, in the bear market. But I think it can be an interesting option to invest in projects, maybe some of them more mature, and maybe not only invest through money, but through other resources that we could facilitate or provide, make an offering, um, with the intention of, or with an explicit agreement that uh, what how we support and help these projects will be there will be a reciprocity by buying gift tokens and like burning them. So that's the main idea. I talked with um, Rafael from Quota. Basically, they have a project that it's charging. It helps. Uh, what may how, okay, let's just give me 1 second because I'm thinking the name in English. Um, it's helping neighborhoods to manage their commons better, buildings and other different neighborhood areas. Because managing condos here is really challenging in general in Mexico, but I think everywhere in the world. And they have a product. It's been facing, so it received some investment already. Uh, they are now still in like thin ice, but because there was a second investment that they did not receive, and that second investment was for releasing the product. But they also will be very interested in working with us. They want to bring their project forward, and they will be very interested to collaborate and maybe and buy this token as a reciprocity in the future. So, in a nutshell, it's an idea to invest in these nonprofits that, well, that instead of just not have revenue models, they do have revenue models, but they buy back, for example, the gift token. And my opinion is that this could be like, yeah, financial investments, but they can be other different kind of investments to our researchers. And that was the conversation that I wanted to open for feedback here. Sorry, maybe it was not that clear. Is it understandable?
I don't know. There's a lot of information that you just talked about, and I don't really understand what the collaboration is with DAO Land. Talking about a token swap or a partnership or an investment, farming, airdrop. Like, I don't really know enough what you're trying to say, actually.
Okay, try to bring it down and make it way more summarized. It's more, they want to, like, their initial intention is to be a project of Giveth and to receive a budget and um, help create out that are focused on managing regenerative land. And, but that they create a revenue, and their idea is to that with that revenue stream they buy back its tokens. Um, so that's the whole model. And my idea is, would it make sense to look into that, to look into supporting projects that have revenue models with the idea that there will be a reciprocity of buying back gift tokens and create sort of a burning mechanism or different mechanisms that create demand for gifts in the medium term.
So uh they want a salary from Giveth, or they want like to receive regular payments from Giveth to build their project.
Yeah, I mean, they want to be a US project. That will be their ideal scenario. And I don't think that's
Uh-huh.
necessarily the best because they are very early phase and maybe they are not in the scope, in the best scope of US. But I think the idea of helping this kind of project um, and in the medium term, getting our token get buyback will be an interesting idea to explore.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they could make a project on Giveth, but it sounds like it's like direct competition with what GIVe's is going to be with it, which I understood. So I don't understand why we would pay them to build their project rather than use the money to build our own.
I felt that it was more that they wanted to grade GIRF maybe, but specifically for regenerative land out. So that they would like to kind of like, I don't know, maybe be a front end for a more niche specific sector, but as like inside Giveth. That's their intention.
Still super early then in that case to even start looking at GIRFs and like promise anything, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. But I think that there is an appetite maybe for projects, some at earlier stage, some not so early, um, to get support, and that maybe they in in exchange they could buy back the gift token, and that was the idea that I wanted to explore with some of you.
And their project is just starting and they don't have any revenue.
That's definitely the case for Nowland, but it's not the case, for example, for Quota, which they already been 8 years in development. The project is ready, and basically they just have not find the break-even point.
Right. Okay, well I don't know enough about these projects or like if they have any revenue streams or like how if they're integrating with Giveth, they're competing with Giveth, they're like drawing attention or donations away from Giveth, or are they actually like working inside of the system? So it's like it's hard to say if it's a benefit and that it would be worthwhile using Giveth's money to fund somebody else's project. Like I don't know if they're really aligned or if they're actually competing.
Yeah, I understand. I'll develop more the idea, the concept, and then we can talk about it in person. It will be great to have your feedback of a lot of people.
Sure. I mean, it'd be good to see it somewhere clear, written down somewhere, because it sounds like there's a lot of different pieces, and I don't really understand enough about these projects.
Yeah, absolutely. I have something written down, and I can send it to you for if you would like to give me your opinion on that. That will be great.
All right.
Okay, then I suppose we covered all the points. But guys, let me know if there's anything else you'd like to give some comments on or discuss.
Awesome. Thank you, Yas, for taking over. And it sounds like there was definitely some good discussion that was had. And thanks again, Yas, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Anyway.